Hello and welcome back to the Monsters of Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today we are dealing with flagship number 2 for this game, who is actually the one on the cover of the box, Valphalk. It's a really fun fight in my opinion, and I also really like its theme. In terms of its looks, I don't think it's the most fitting monster in the game, but honestly, it looks fine. And let's go ahead and get rid of these hot drinks and these antidotes and these traps and the nullberries, even though Dragon Blight's gonna be flying all around. I don't have an element on my weapon, so Dragon Blight doesn't matter. And I'm using Aerial Switch Axe simply because I don't do well against Valphalk with anything else yet. So, yeah. Just trying to increase my chances of success here. Okay, so if we're here, I do believe going this way is the fastest way to get to where Valphalk starts. Starts in the southern desert. And this way we've only got 2 load screens to go through. Admittedly, this one's a fairly long load screen, but not as long, well, long to get to it. But it's not as long as getting through all the load screens we'd have to go through going the other way. And let's have a cool drink before we go out there. And then, hello Valphalk. So, there are some things to pay attention to with Valphalk before it dies. First off, how the chest glows. It's kind of neat. Second, take a long, hard look at that tail right now. See how it's got 2 blades coming off the top and then 1 spike on the tip? Yeah, it's going to get more blades once we cut it off. Because for whatever reason, it gets swapped out for another model with more blades when it's severed. Which is just silly. And that attack right there, the best place to be to dodge it is actually right under Valphalk's chin as he's starting it. I was a little off-center, so we took the hit. Valphalk's got a good number of breaks. His front legs can both be broken. His face can be broken twice. Both of his wings can be broken, and his tail can be severed. And also his back and chest can be broken. But the face is one of the best spots to go for because it's, well, his weakest spot. So the first break, as you can see, just adds like that scar on the top. The second one actually breaks some of the scales off his cheek, exposing some more teeth, which just looks really painful. Also, flash bombs are a pretty good thing to use against this guy because a lot of his attacks involve moving places quickly, and he won't do them when he's blind because if he can't see where he's going, what reason has he got to go there in a hurry? And I believe that was his back that we just broke, and I shouldn't have dodged out to the side because I was totally safe directly under him. Yep, his back is indeed broken. I'm pretty sure the back break and chest break actually share a hitbox. So, yeah. I love jumping off him when he's doing his rocket attack. It's one of the easier things to time a jump off of, too. And that right there is the move that he gains in G rank. Well, one of them. We've already seen the other one. When he does his, like, little jet pulse downward and then another... Ow. I think that might have also been a G rank one right there. But when he does his jet pulse downward and then follows it up with one that he does forward, the forward one is G rank exclusive. Of course, you can't fight this guy in multiplayer in high rank unless you're doing an event quest, which is kind of weird. It's a weird choice. Way to bite me, you jerk. Oh. It's always weird fighting this guy in the desert. Also in the jungle. Because in the desert, it's just like... This doesn't seem like the kind of place that he would be. Being all shiny like that. Like, the sun would just reflect off him and heat him up. And like, he's very conspicuous here. And the jungle is just, with all the foliage and whatnot, you would think that he wouldn't be able to fly quite so freely. He's got a pretty wide territory. So you see him in a lot of areas. And there's space break number 2. So yeah, his right cheek is the one that we just ruined. Really want to get that tail. So yeah, that forward shot right there is G rank. Ooh, is he leaving or is he doing the comet? He is leaving. Yeah, if you can still see his model when he launches off like that, then it means that he's just moving. And it is very important to quickly determine whether he's leaving or doing his comet drop. Because if he's doing the comet attack, you need to be ready to dodge, otherwise you are going to have a very bad time. And just a reminder, because it's probably... Oh, he's doing his intake. So this is great, because if you hit him in the chest, that happens. Well, if you hit him enough in the chest. Because the thing is, he actually breathes in through his chest. Because it's actually, he's using his lungs to expel air through his wings. And that's how he's got, basically, thrusters. He's literally using his breath. Which also means that whenever he does attacks like that one he just did, he's basically sneezing on you. But yeah, hitting him in the chest when he's breathing in like that, it's kind of like if someone's swimming and comes up for a breath and you punch them in the throat as they're trying to breathe in, that's why he drops a sparkly. Because you basically just did that to him. Which is really just quite rude. So yes, once again, tail, 2 blades on top, 1 spike out the back. But now, 4 blades, 1 point. It grew 2 blades when we severed it. Because they swapped out the model. I have to wonder Was this like an earlier concept and they decided to change it because they thought it didn't look so good? But then it was too late when they changed it, so the severed tail still has them? Like, I have to wonder why A, why it's different on the current model, and B, why the difference is ever visible to us. Because, yeah, it's a weird thing. Also, unfortunately, Valphalk has some of the worst hitboxes among the new monsters. Like, that's fine. That sweep, it's supposed to hit you. But, like, when he's doing a forward stab, or when he's doing his, like, drive the point of his wing into the ground move, the hitboxes are a little wonky, especially on the one where he drives the point of his wing into the ground. And there goes one wing. I need health. Thanks, cat. Oh, are you leaving? Yes, you are. I carved the tail, right? Yeah, I did. There's no exclamation point on the map. But still, I'm going to run right over it. And there goes our cool drink, right before we're going to need another. Oh, he's doing this again, but I don't know that we're close. Yeah, we weren't. That's a shame. Missed out on sparkly and some opportunities for nice damage. When he rockets in a direction like that, he will almost always either run back or rocket back, so just be ready for him to come back whenever he does that. Now, in terms of damage, it's not going to be ideal for me to do this, but I'm going to go for his front legs during this knockdown, just so that I can hopefully actually get one of those breaks and just show it. There we go. So his left front leg is now broken. Incidentally, it doesn't matter which leg you hit. As long as you hit a leg on a side, then it counts towards the break for the front leg on that side. And we've got both front legs broken now. It's actually pretty good to break the front legs. Uh-oh. To break the front legs while he's standing, because you'll get a knockdown whenever you do. He always does this taunt following that meteor dive, comet dive thing. So, yeah, just make sure that you don't get hit by it, and you can get some damage in. It's nice. Though, if you do get hit by it, it will do lots and lots of damage, so don't. Ow. It's tough to get the dodge on that spin when your weapon's out in aerial style. I'm just gonna get over here so I can heal and sharpen in safety. Also, it's really cool when he does his comet dive that when he lands, like the jet sound actually drowns out the music for a little bit. Like, it's cool how they modeled it affecting your character's hearing like that. And I sincerely hope he'll do it again so that we can get a chance to hear it after I've pointed it out. And we've only got one break left, so let's go for it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, the chest doesn't actually break, I don't think. I think it's like the Monster Hunter Wiki says that the chest breaks, but I think they're just referring to like when you flinch it during his intake. Because I don't think I've ever actually seen a difference in it. And I've definitely hit the chest a lot in my time. Because it is a fairly weak hit zone. Yeah, that attack right there is the worst hitbox on any of his attacks. It's actually got... Its hitbox can actually do damage to you when you're pretty far to the side of it and a decent way to the front of it. But, like, not at all if you're behind it. Like, it's just... It's weird and inconsistent. Okay, we're taking off. Where are we going? Okay, time for another comet. So yeah, pay attention for the music to get drowned out. It's cool. I like it. And he's dead. So hey, good timing on him. Yeah, Valphalk's a fun fight. I enjoy it. The reflectiveness of his scales really helps to hide the fact that the textures are pretty plain and not too detailed. But they don't need to be, because when he's in motion with all the reflectiveness going on and all that, you don't really notice it. And yeah, look at that cheek. That's like, ouch. Admittedly, the scales also aren't as well defined from one another as they are on certain other monsters. He's not the best looking monster in the game in terms of textures. In terms of his model, he's pretty okay. But yeah, the fight's fun, the music's great, the looks are okay. And all told, he is one of my favorite Elder Dragons to fight. And his weapons are silly in that they only have white sharp and red sharp. Nothing at all in between. And you know what? Since we've got some time here, he is the subject of a cinematic in this game. Like, all by himself. So, let's actually give that a watch. Down here in the gallery, if we go to a mock diver... You must have really good eyes to have spotted them from way up there. They actually play that at the start of the quest where you're actually sent to kill it in the village. And they spawn you right in front of it. And there actually is a Ludroth corpse beneath it. Though, unfortunately, you can't carve the Ludroth corpse. But it is silly. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we get started with the Gen 2 Elder Dragon Trio with Kushala Daora. See you then, friends.